From this...
You're not going to have a war with me. You're not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
...to this.
Bombs will be dropping everywhere. We're going to annihilate their navy.
The strikes on Iran are the biggest military operation of Trump's presidency. The aim, the White House says, is to crush the Iranian regime and end the nuclear threat. And this operation is part of a broader shift. Iran is the seventh nation in which Trump has authorized strikes in his second term. The others are Somalia, Iraq, Yemen, Syria, Nigeria, and Venezuela in January, which led to the capture of President Nicolas Maduro. Trump says his presidency is about peace. He's made repeated references to deserving the Nobel Peace Prize. He was awarded the FIFA Peace Prize, the first to receive it, and he's created a board of peace. The president promised no more wars, but his actions point in a different direction.
I don't think Iran has anything like the military capability he and other puppets of that regime like to pretend they do.
So we've seen this movie before, and you guys are falling for it like suckers again. All this bullshit about how the Iranian people would like to be bombed and how they would love for America to conduct Israel's war for it. And we should do a regime change, and it'll be easy. We'll be greeted as liberators. It'll be cheap. We won't have to put troops on the ground. Bullshit. You can't run a country from afar. At some point, you're going to have to put troops on the ground. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to get harmed. And when they get harmed, then they're going to come back on TV and say, I can't believe the Iranians did this. I can't believe the Venezuelans did this. We're going to have to hit them more. And then they're going to put in more ground troops. It never, ever works. Every time we interfere with Iran, it creates massive blowback. And then the American people have to pay the price in blood and treasure. I've already seen this disastrous movie in Iraq. I do not want to repeat it. And I'm seeing the same exact bullshit propaganda supporting this war of regime change. And yes, it's obviously on behalf of Israel. Who are we kidding? Look at the Israelis frothing at the mouth. We've seen them for 20 years go, you have to invade Iran on our behalf. You have to invade Iran on our behalf. Okay, well, why doesn't Israel do it? And by the way, look at all this bullshit about how, the Iranians are, the regime is bad guys. Of course they are, but so was Saddam. That didn't mean we should go into Iraq. So Kim Jong-un's a terrible leader, abuses his people so badly in North Korea. How come there's no propaganda against him? Because Israel doesn't have North Korea within greater Israel.
This is a bomb. This is a fuse. Iran is now trying to develop nuclear bombs. I think the United States should be very clear in forming an international coalition, with Israel, of course. We have to make sure that these single-man regimes do not acquire weapons of mass destruction. The most dangerous of these regimes is Iran. I believe that only the United States can lead this vital international effort to stop the nuclearization of terrorist states. But the deadline for attaining this goal is getting extremely close. Time is running out. By next spring, at most, by next summer, they will have finished the medium enrichment and move on to the final stage. From there, it's only a few months, possibly a few weeks, before they get enough enriched uranium for the first bomb. Iran could produce the nuclear detonator, maybe under a year, maybe only a few months.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year.
ושילוב הכוחות הזה מאפשר לנו לעשות את מה שאני מייחל לעשות כבר 40 שנה. להכות את משטר הטרור שוק על ירך. כך הבטחתי וכך נעשה.
Mr. President, did Israel force your hand to launch these strikes against Iran? Did Netanyahu pull the United States into this war?
No, I might have forced their hand.
So here's a little story. I used to know this girl way back. It was back in the day. I was a youth, you know what I mean? Like, at the time, like, she was fly. You know what I mean? She spoke the right words at the right time. She used to show me things. She provoked me in a certain way to follow her ways. At the time, I thought she was dope. She was pretty. I ain't know she was out there, though. I ain't know it at the time. Because, see, I was young. I was naive, in a sense. You know, I thought I knew everything. But, you know, we all have that phase. But I thought she was cool. But there was some things lurking behind the curtain. Proverbs 7. Let's start at verse 5. That they might keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. She had a mouthpiece on her, but yet and still, this strange woman. So being as though she had these flattering words, hey, one night she seduced me. I ain't gonna lie. 9, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart. So with the attire of a harlot, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. So she has some funky qualities as well. But the attire of an harlot, let me see. Be patient with me, Yasharala. This story has a few twists and turns. The attire of an harlot. Let's look at this. To commit fornication. To commit adultery. To cause to commit adultery. To force into prostitution. To commit fornication. Wait a minute. Whoredoms. All right. She was a little out there, like I said in the beginning. But I thought she was the one. Until Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. She had a great mouthpiece. She had me sold at one point. Not gonna lie. But that well-favored harlot with this attire on, presenting herself as such, that prostitutic nature. Hey, remember, she was out on the corners, but I thought she was cool at that time. She sells nations through her whoredoms and her witchcraft, that prostitutic nature. Hey, but you know how when you on the streets or when you present yourself as a harlot, what you wear, that attire, it starts to show.
Listen, one thing you guys know about me is that I'm going to say that shit, and I'm going to say some shit today that's probably going to piss some fucking people off. But one comment I don't ever want to fucking see again is they're trying to distract us from the Epstein files. Where are the Epstein files? Don't get distracted. Release the Epstein files because y'all actually think they're trying to fucking distract you from shit? Like, are y'all fucking daft? And I'm not saying this shit to discredit the atrocity, the disgustingly perverse contents of the Epstein files, as if that's not a huge fucking scandal that deserves massive attention. And my heart doesn't go out to the fucking victims. But at the end of the day, World War III looming is not a distraction from the fucking Epstein files. ICE turning into the Gestapos and building concentration camps on American soil is not to distract you from the fucking Epstein files. The goddamn genocide in Palestine is not a fucking distraction. The Epstein files happened, and this is happening, and none of them are related because they don't have to distract citizens of the United States of America because y'all ain't finna do shit. They don't have to distract you when they have successfully fucking divided you. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want, to whoever they want, however they want, and y'all ain't finna do shit but fucking argue about it on the goddamn internet as if overthrowing fascism is gonna happen on social fucking media. Every single time There is an American atrocity. They intentionally bankrupted our economy so they could buy it on clearance. They bankrupted our fucking farms and then outsourced soybean farming to Argentina to a $20 billion bailout while our soybean farmers collapse. Australia is now selling beef to all of South Asia while our cattle farms fucking collapse due to Trump's fucking tariffs. Unions are being fucking dismantled. Coal miners and oil riggers are going without fucking work. $506 billion in the American budget has completely been unaccounted for from the Department of Defense. They have failed their tax audit for 8 consecutive fucking years. Israel gets $33 billion in 2025 for their free healthcare while they fucking cut yours. They cut FEMA funding to states suffering from natural fucking disasters for refusing to let ICE turn into a Gestapo and build concentration camps on American fucking soil. They cut food stamps to Minnesota because the citizens exercised their constitutional right to peaceful fucking assembly. They're shooting citizens in the fucking face on broad daylight with hundreds of cameras recording. Unarmed fucking citizens. And you guys are arguing about the shit in the fucking comments. They kidnapped the president of a sovereign fucking country, stole all of his oils, and didn't put a single dollar, not one fucking dollar that they gained in profit in the Federal Reserves. No, it went to Trump's offshore bank account. He admitted that shit on national fucking television. Jeff Bezos and other American billionaires are already investing in offshore drilling from Greenland because the president of the United States, despite NATO's warning, is already drafting up military plans to fucking invade Greenland. American billionaires are buying up farmland to build AI surveillance facilities that quite literally poison the land, air, and water of the surrounding people. They're surveying people who live around AI facilities. They went door to door to 52 houses. Out of them, 46 have had miscarriages. Rare forms of throat cancer that you can only get from smoking are being developed from people who don't fucking smoke. The FDA, the CDC, the EPA, and Big Pharma are all just having a circle jerk over poisoning you every fucking way they can. Your food, your land, your air, your rivers, your medicine. You're a fucking experiment to them. And what do you guys do? You argue. You argue in the fucking comments about the shit. You hop on the internet. I'm going to troll a Trumper. I'm going to own a libtard. I'm going to boycott Starbucks for one fucking day. I'm going to boycott Amazon for a week. And the next week go back and buy everything I said I was going to buy as if it fucking matters, and it doesn't. Because if they didn't have your business, they have your fucking tax dollars. They have your tax dollars, they have your mortgages, they have your retirement funds, they have your military, they have your farmland, they have your unions, they have the Department of Education that they're now funneling to the Department of Labor, openly letting you know that we're going to use your school to turn your children into slaves while they get shot by his fucking supporters, and we don't even feed them a healthier, nutritious fucking lunch. And y'all are arguing in the fucking comments. They're going to take and take and take and take and take and take and take until there's nothing left to take but your motherfucking life, and they're going to take that shit and find a way to turn it into currency. Either the Gestapo's going to come to your door and shoot you in the fucking face, put you in a fucking concentration camp, or let you die sick and in fucking poverty because they're going to take your health care and your fucking social security. They are coming for you. You guys are afraid of participating in the tax boycott, unifying in solidarity, and bringing down the oligarchy by stopping the bleeding of our fucking tax dollars to people who seek to poison us, rape our fucking children, send our sons off to war, collapse our farm, steal our retirement, and make our fucking housing unaffordable because you're afraid you might go to jail for tax evasion. Jail is going to be a fucking walk in the park compared to walking around outside with the fucking Gestapo or getting kidnapped and disappeared to one of their concentration camps. They are beating the fuck out of citizens. They are dragging children out of school to beat them on the lawn and leave. They are dragging people out of their place of employment, kidnapping them, beating the fuck out of them, and then dropping them miles the fuck away. A black woman got into an accident with an ICE officer, and instead of calling the police or the paramedics, they fucking kidnapped her while she screamed, help me, help me. What did everybody do? You blew your whistles, you honked your fucking horns, you posted it on the fucking internet. If these people are willing to do this shit in broad daylight, what the fuck? What the fuck do you think they're doing at these off-site black ops concentration camps that they're calling detention centers? They refuse to let oversight boards in there. We don't know what they're doing. We know that 1,200 immigrants are still unaccounted for from Alligator Alcatraz, that a plane left, and suddenly a bunch of people shackled together washed ashore dead in different fucking countries. You guys are worried about the wrong fucking thing.
People tend to become frantic when they're lied to. This woman lied to me. She had my heart at one point. But see, frolicking with this woman got me nowhere. It caught me stuck in this wreckage of sin. Because you see, this woman promised me a lot of things. Her lips, like I said, her speech was flattering. I figured that she was dope. But sometimes that figure turns into an 8. And it's just a circle. Over and over, round and round we go, with the same lies and deceit that this woman portrayed. Psalms 137. Let's start at the top. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hung our harps upon the widows or the willows in the midst thereof. Why do we do this? For there they that carried us away captive required us a song. So wait a minute. They required a song. We hung our harps upon the widows or the willows. Salakia. See, this woman distracted me from this song. But what was this song? Because I think it was a new song that we're acquiring now. This new song. They required us a song. And they that wasted us required us, or of us mirth, sang us one of those songs, or one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, song in a strange land? Let's jump down to verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O virgin daughter, or O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. So, daughter of Babylon, Esau, Edom is synonymous with this. This sounds like that woman that had my mind at once when I was a youth. This kind of sounds like her. This daughter. This harlot. So this daughter of Babylon, at once, we used to date back when I was in the world. Just a little tell for me to tell Yasharala, Yah. But wait a minute, something had happened. Remember that virgin daughter, or that daughter of Babylon, who carried us away captive and required us a song. Nahum 1, or 3 in 1. Back in this chapter, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. Why does it depart not? That prey is who was carried away captive, and they required us a song. Verse 2, the noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. Verse 3, the horseman lifteth up both the bright sword, and the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of the corpses. They stumble upon their corpses of the slain. There is a great multitude of these corpses, these carcasses. So it looks like they come for violence. Remember, the horseman lifteth up both the bright sword. Verse 4, we read, this harlot. Now hold on. Finding out this daughter ain't nothing but a harlot, a whore. Her whoredoms, her witchcrafts. The daughter of Babylon, Esau Edom. I thought I used to love her. Habakkuk 1 and 6. Remember these Chaldeans, these Babylonians, this whore. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land, to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. We just read in Nahum that the corpses are lying in the street. They stumble over these dead bodies. Why? Because they come for violence. This bitter and hasty nation. Verse 8, their horses also are swifter than the leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves. And their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle that hasteneth to eat. We know that eagle, Esau. Verse 9, they shall come all for violence. We just read this in Nahum. Their faces shall sop up as the east wind, destruction. They shall gather the captivity as the sand. Wait a minute. They carried us captive, away captive, and required us a song. They come for violence. But of course, that whore is being exposed.
You know what's crazy is they spent a year telling us we were broke, and then they showed up with a war bill for $200 billion. They said, we need $200 billion for this war. I said, that's not my war. That's y'all's war. I didn't ask for this. Shit, y'all told us you weren't even going to do this war. And then like, well, it's not a war. It's actually a military excursion. I'm like, no, excursions are for cruise ships. What you're doing is a war. And they're like, oh, it was only supposed to last 3 days. I'm like, well, bitch, it's week 4 of your 3-day war. And now you're asking me for $200 billion. All right? You were out here, told us, how many times did you tell us? How many times did you tell us that we couldn't have hospitals, that we had to shut down schools, that we couldn't have better bridges? We ain't got bridge building money, but we got bridge bombing money? That's what the fuck you telling me? You told me the price was supposed to go down. I know that y'all down there in D.C. don't drive past the pump. I have to go drive past the pump every fucking day. On my fucking commute to my goddamn job, across rickety-ass bridges that ain't getting fixed. And everything's more fucking expensive. And now you're out here telling me I gotta pay for your fucking war? A war that I didn't fucking want? That y'all told your people you didn't fucking want? And you out here $200 billion? Bitch, you know what we could do with $200 billion? We could go fund the fucking VA. You're out here trying to make more veterans, but you're not trying to make more doctors to help the veterans. We already fucking got. Fuck y'all. I'm sick of this shit. They sent that pilled up asshole in his sunglasses and a hat with a chainsaw out there last year. Oh, we gotta doge things. We gotta cut shit. Holocaust Hegseth out here saying we need $200 billion because we gotta protect the protesters over there. Bitch, y'all call the protesters here domestic terrorists. Fuck you. I'm sick of this shit. Stop lying to me. Just tell me to my face that you're going to do a war, that you're the fucking Antichrist, and that you're trying to bring about World War III because your dad didn't hug you, and you lost playing a game of Battlefield 3, and now you want to do Carg Island in real life. That shit at least makes sense. This lying shit over and over and over again. We're just tired of it. We're tired of being lied to. You're going to go be a fucking devil, go be a fucking devil. Don't put on fucking angel wings and act like I'm...
Hey, this whore got y'all mad. Y'all up in arms. Hey, she opened her legs and you inclined. You desired the lust of her goings. You portrayed this whore under your arm. Oh, you showboated her all around. You couldn't get enough of this whore. Hey, but unlike you, I discovered that this whore was no good. In my youth, I returned back to my natural essence spiritually, which is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You heathen, you have got all type of orgies out. Your filthiness, your abominable ways, the way you excel in economic thriller and economic power. You forced yourself upon the children of Yasharallah. You benefit off the backs of our labor. Oh, you didn't mind being in bed with this whore. But guess what? Nahum 3 and verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face. All your wicked deeds shall be uncovered. Your nakedness and your shame shall be seen. That skirt upon your face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon you, or upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. So you're going to be the laughing stock of the earth. Your military, Iran or Iranian-backed forces with Iran, and y'all over there kind of struggling on the tip. This whore done turned her back, huh? Hey, this whore tricked you. Lamentations 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes have yet fell for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Come out of this whore and be separate, Yasharallah, for she has no good things, and privately for evil unto you and your soul. 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heavens. Didn't we read this? It's symbolic. Their horses were swifter than the eagles that hasteneth to eat. We read that. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heavens. And what? They pursued us upon the mountains. They lied wait for us, Salakia, in the wilderness. Verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Watch, and thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. This whore, man. Hey, man, you shouldn't have no problem taking off your clothing. You're used to it. And that's how you get down. Those knees done seen better days. And you heathen, you have too. Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Watch, he will no more carry thee into captivity. They carried us captive and required us a song and mirth. But now we singing this new song, O daughter of Edom, O daughter of Babylon. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. I will discover thy sins, or he will. Final precept. So as I ponder on this whore's enchantments, on her witchcraft, on her invoking of wickedness that has spread across this whole earth, all you heathen, hey, this war is for the degradation or the degradation of you. This war is to present our kingdom, our righteousness. Amen. And go ahead and cry. but you wasn't crying when you was in bed with this whore. Hey man, the covers was over you. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. We went through this. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Then we read this in Nahum and in Habakkuk. These Chaldeans, their horses and their horsemen, we step over the corpses. They come all for violence as the eagle, this eagle, Esau, Edom, the wicked, these Chaldeans, this virgin, this whore, this daughter that have brought the earth on their knees with wickedness. Oh yeah. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, Yasharallah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Yasharallah. Sit thou in silence and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Your statue of liberty, this Lady of Liberty, no more, whore. Get on the ground, for you deserve it. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people, and have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the Ancient of Days, hast thou very heavy laid thy yoke. And thou sayest, Salakia, and thou sayest, Salakia Yasharallah, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thine heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. What? Huh? Whore, all your children done. All your children shall die in war. All your children shall die of the edge of the sword. Verse 9. But these things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day, the loss of children and widowhood, Salakia, and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries. We read this in Nahum, this whoredom of this great whore, this harlot, thy sorceries, and for thy great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, the wicked Esau Edom. Thou hast said, none saith or seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath prevented me, or thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. For wait, Yahweh hath polluted his inheritance, and gave you into his hand. That captivity, you went overboard, and you slept and slept and slept with this harlot, and committed all sorts of abominations with your sorceries and your witchcraft. You sit in it. For thou shalt sit in the dust. There is no throne for you. All glory and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All praises to the Most High of Yasharallah. And Yasharallah, remember, remain spiritual, for the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Remain spiritual. Peace them out.
The Rothschilds were trying to start a world war because the Zionist International Congress at Basel, Switzerland, has called for 3 world wars. At the end of the Third World War, they would control the entire world. 1 billion Christians and fighting a war to the death against 1 billion Muslims, which will leave Israel in charge of the world, which was predicted at the 6th International Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland in 1896. After the Zionist Congress in 1896, you had World War I. World War I, the Rothschilds organized a number of groups called, one was the Royal Institute of International Affairs in London. It's called Chatham House, and that is the think tank of all of Europe today. And although its headquarters in London, the real headquarters are in Brussels, which is the headquarters of the Lambert family, which is part of the Rothschild family.